we will see how to install Anaconda distribution. Go to Google Chrome. In the search bar, write Anaconda distribution download for Windows, right? So if you know which window you are having, you can select the version also, and it should be 64-bit window. You have to remember this thing. The moment you click over here, you see various links will appear. So in one link, this AI is also telling you the steps. Download the Anaconda distribution for Windows. It should be a 64-bit graphical installer, and you have to install from its website. The file size which you will be downloading will be of 1 GB, but to work on Anaconda you need minimum of 5 GB of free disk space. In your system you should have 5 GB of free disk space. And Anaconda installation steps are also given over here. You have to double click on the downloaded file, which will be a exe file. Once you download, I'll show you some dialog box appear. In the dialog box, some options one by one will be appearing. Where the recommendation is coming, you have to select just me, because you are working for yourself. Unless you are not working for different computers like which are linked with your account, don't click on other option, click on just me option. Choose your location where you want the Anaconda to be installed. Then you have to say keep register Anaconda as my default Python, because there will be option, you have to just check it, right? Then you have to leave this option add Anaconda to my path. It will be going to prevent conflicts from other software. You have to then click on install. It will take few minutes. Once the installation get over, you have to open Anaconda Navigator or Anaconda prompt from the Windows Start menu. You have to launch Jupyter Notebook or Spider. I suggest Jupyter Notebook, and then you can see that you are in a notebook where you can write programs to work upon. So for this, I am going to this official website. Here is the option download now. Click on get started. The moment you click on get started, you are on another window where it is asking that you have to sign up with your email ID. Just click over here and sign up with your email ID, right? So in case you are already logged in, so see, I'm going back and you see there is an option here, already have an account, sign in, or if you are having already account in Google which is already signed in, you can click over here also. So this is my email ID which is already I am logged in with. So I have clicked that I am already having a Google account. I want to download from there, right? So see, this is the account from which I have logged in. It is coming over here. And here my you can go to your dashboard also. You can check your account setting, you can check your subscription, and here are some resources, learning resources. So you can learn from here also, and they are providing support also, so you can go for support also. For now, because we are starting the session, we should have a software with us. So what you have to do, you have to go then to this page. It is supporting all the platforms, Windows, Mac, Linux. You have to, as you are having Windows, you have to click on Windows 64-bit graphical installer. The moment you click over here, it will be going to download the exe file. You have to download and you have to just click on save. It will take few minutes to download the exe file. So here download is going on, right? The moment this exe file will be going to get downloaded, I'll show you some other steps that what to do and how to install Anaconda in your own system. So as we already discussed, that Anaconda distribution is having, it's a tool, or you can say it's a distribution package where you will be finding so many number of different softwares clubbed together at one place only, and from there you can go to any of the software to work upon. Even for Python, you can use Jupyter Notebook or Jupyter Lab or Spider. There are so many number of different options. So it will take some as said that it will take few minutes. So you can check from here, one download in progress. So now we are going to download. Now the download is going to get finished and we see that we are having exe file, right? So where it is, this is exe file, right? It is showing you done. So it is a 1 GB of file. You have to just see that download should be completed. So now we are having exe file with us. Now when you get this kind of window, you have to click on this folder. Show me in the folder, right? It will automatically take you to the place where this exe file is being downloaded. You have to see that this icon is over there, this green circle, right? And this is completely downloaded. You have to right click over here and then you have to just run as administrator. You have to run as administrator. Now see what happens. Once we run it as administrator, it will give you another dialog box. It takes some time, so you have to be very patient while downloading any of the software. Appear, welcome to Anaconda 3 2026.07-1 64-bit setup. Here it is mentioned that it is recommended that you close all applications before starting setup. This will make it possible to update relevant system files without having to reboot your system. So it is a suggestion, if some files are open at the back, just close it. Click on next. Then this is a license agreement which you have to in any case agree with, right? If you want to read the license, you can go to this link, this anaconda.com/legal. Else just click on I agree. Now selection installation type, which type of selection you want to do, so click on just me, right? Next, then choose install location, choose the folder in which you want to install Anaconda. So here it is like within C user, my username is AC240. Within that, this Anaconda 3 is going to get installed. So you can choose some other location also by going on browse, right, and choosing any other folder. So suggested is the default path is good. If you don't want, then you can change it, right? So it is mentioned that the space required is 5.9 GB and it will show you how much space is available right now in your disk also. So you have to check this also so that you are having necessary required space available with your system. Click on next. Here you see it is saying advanced installation option. Do you want to create shortcuts? So say yes. Add installation to my path environmental variable. You can click on this also, so that this path will be going to just have in the environmental path and you are not facing any problem while working with this. Then register. It is saying not recommended, so leave it, because it is showing you that this will be going to conflict with other applications. So it's a warning message, so it is suggested to not add. We can add it to manually also to the environmental variable, because the environmental variable path is over there, which actually let you work with any of the software. So register Anaconda 3 as my default Python 3.14. This also you can do. It allows you to work on any of the programs such as VS Code, PyCharm. Clear the package cache upon completion. So you can check on this. It recovered some disk space without harming functionality. So it is recommended. So I am checking this. I have just clicked on two check boxes. First is to create the shortcut and last one to clear the package cache upon completion, right? Then click on install. Now it will take time, right, to install it. Once the installation is over, then we will see that how this Anaconda distribution is to be opened and worked upon. So from here till this is goes, and after this it take times. So you have to wait for the complete installation, right? Till you will not see the finish over here, you have to keep on waiting with patience. All the necessary files which it is installing in the directory is of 6 GB of size. So that is why it takes time. So you have to be very patient while Installing Anaconda. So when I clicked on show detail, it has shown me, it is showing the entire thing. What all work or what all installation steps are being performed. And at the end, you see it is done, right? And completed. The moment completed come, you have to click on next. Now see, it is showing you that everything you love about Anaconda is now available from the cloud with Anaconda's fully loaded Jupyter notebook. No setup is required. Get started for free, right? So code in the cloud with Anaconda notebooks are also available over here. You have to simply click on next. The moment you click on next, you will see that the message which is appearing in this dialog box is completing Anaconda 3 2026.07-1 is the version. Thank you for installing Anaconda distribution. Here are some helpful resources to get you started with. We recommend you to bookmark the getting started with Anaconda distribution link so that you can refer back to it later on. And then launch Anaconda Navigator and welcome to Anaconda. These two boxes are to be checked and then you have to click on finish. The moment you click on finish, you see that the Anaconda has been installed. Now, how you will come to know that the Anaconda distribution has been started? I'll show you, but with this, I just also want to tell you that it provides you very good learning material also. So, in case as you people are still having time and you want to understand by your own, so you can go to these all resources and you can ask your students also to just go and read these all tutorials and resources which are available over here, right? And now just minimize it and see that this icon is basically telling you that you are in the process of opening the Anaconda where loading bundled metadata. Metadata means all the information of data. So it is in the process of loading the entire bundle, right? So while working on any of the heavy software, you have to be very patient. Now it is loading applications. So this is what is the Anaconda Navigator window looks like. So you see there are so many number of options like PyCharm, the only Python IDE you need built for data and AI ML professionals, supercharged with an AI enhanced IDE experience, free forever plus 1 month of Pro included. So in case you want to work with PyCharm, you have to install it. There is an Anaconda toolbox, which is an assistant Jupyter Lab supercharged with suite of Anaconda extensions, started with Anaconda Assistant AI chatbot. In case you want it, then you can install. Anaconda is having so many number of notebooks in the cloud. If you want to launch, you click over here. Many times you might want to go to prompt to install some libraries and all. So then you have to use Anaconda prompt also. So this is what is of your use, Anaconda prompt. Then are over here like Qt console is over there, Spider, VS Code, then Edu blocks, Watson X, Oracle, PyScript. So you haven't to worry about this. You can just look at this ki what all is lying over here. You can work with R also from here. You can work on a data mining framework, Orange also from here. Power Shell prompt is also over here. Being as a beginner, you have to use Jupyter Notebook only, right? And sometimes we'll use Anaconda prompt. Here at the left hand side also there are so many number of options. You can go to learning to learn from the resources available. See, from here you can set an environment also. So these all things are there. When you talk about environment, let me tell you what all libraries you are using, right? These all libraries are available over here. So from here also you can create an environment. Right now the environment which you are working with is base. You can create your own environment also by clicking on create, right? And these all are the installed libraries. In case you want to install some more package or library, or you want to see whether the package is been installed or not, you can search from here, right? You can search from here. Like if I write numpy, so you see this package is already been installed. Or you can say pandas. These all are some packages which will be using to clean the data and all. So if you write over here pandas, so you see it is already available. So in case anything is not available, you can check and you can install it, right? So for today, I was just showing you what all options are available over here. So you can learn from here. There are so many number of training module, documentations are over here, so that the fear can come out from your mind. And these all are official documentation. So using official documentation, you can read easily and learn easily by your own also. Many courses are also available over here, which are the free courses, right? So you can use any of your own choice. So you can join the community also, wherein if you are facing some problem, you can ask. So with this, we go back to home and we have to launch the Jupyter Notebook. You have to click on launch the Jupyter Notebook. Whatever after installation and after viewing this interface, I was just explaining you to just make you people aware, right? So that you can further on explore and work on that. Otherwise, once you start the Anaconda Navigator, you have to simply click on launch. I'm just telling you this so that you didn't get confused. Once you click on launch, you see that it will take some time. And now here it is necessary that you have to just see you are on the local host. Local host means your machine. Now you're working on your machine and the port number is 4 times 8. And this is the tree structure, wherein you will see that some files if are available already in the path where Anaconda is being installed will be visible over here. So recently, this 5 minutes ago, I have installed Anaconda over here. See Anaconda 3. This is the folder where my Anaconda is being installed. If I double that, these all are the folders which are being installed. It has taken so much of time, so it has installed these all packages and files. So here you see it is having various scripts are lying over here, packages over here, library files are over here. So these are all are you should not be aware like worried about these all things, what these all things are, but at least you should know that where Anaconda is being installed. So here Anaconda is being installed. To go back, don't click in this back arrow key, click here only, right? So you are here in Anaconda 3. Then you want to go back to previous folder, you click over here. So this is the folder, right? Now to work on Jupyter Notebook, you have to click on new, and from here you have to say Python 3 IPY kernel. These are various options. You can create your own folder also, so that every time you are working in that folder. So just click on new folder and say B Pharma, or you can say Python for B Pharma. So every time you have to click on this folder then. This is the folder which has been created. Now you are in your own folder. Nothing else is over here. You can also create over here one folder known as day 1 or unit 1. You can say unit 1. You are having 5 units. So unit 1. All the unit 1 related programming you will be going to do over here. So it is mentioning Python for B Pharma and then unit 1. Within this, what you will do, you will click on new, then run a Jupyter Notebook, right? Here you can start writing the commands. Let's say yesterday we said dose is equals to 20, 245 let's say, and we press shift enter, right? Then if we write dose, shift enter, you see the value which is lying in this dose variable is 245. At present I have written dose in capitals because my caps lock was on. Let's say now if I want to display dose in small case, I will not be able to. Reason behind, dose is not a variable which exists over here or holding any of the data, because Python is case sensitive. Python is case sensitive. So yesterday we did one program. These all are cells. Can you see these all are the cell where this box bracket is coming. So at line number 1 you have written dose 245. In line number 2 you have written dose. Means you want to display what is lying in this variable. Dose is a variable and 245 is a value. So this 245 value is going to get initialized in dose variable. These variable names should be meaningful as we learned yesterday. They are case sensitive. That's why when I've written dose in small case, it is not giving me any output. It is only showing me the error message, and it is showing in line number 1 where the name error is name dose is not defined. So now when I write this, right now the line number is empty. If I write something like yesterday we did like stock in hand, stock underscore in underscore hand equals to, let's say 25, used number equals to, let's say 12, remaining equals to, now you have to write down the name of a variable. So what is the variable? Variable name is stock underscore in underscore hand minus used underscore no. So what is this? Here first of all I can give some comment also. So what I am doing, I am performing calculation to know remaining boxes, right? Then what we did here, stock in hand, we have to first of all take input, right? So this is an input, this is an input, right? Or you can say in the variable, or you can say one more thing, you can say first of all you have to declare variables. Declare variables with input assigned, right? With input value, we can say value assigned, because right now we are not taking input from someone else, we are assigning the input. So this is also input. After this what we did, we have performed the process the output or process the information, right? And after this we have to give the output, display output. So as I said that computer understand input, process, output. So this is an input, this is a process, and the output will be your value, which is a calculated value in a variable. So the variable is remaining, right? And I then press shift enter. So everything actually executed one after another. We can do it line wise also to understand. I am just cutting it down and I say shift enter. Something happened, I don't know what happened, right? Then in another line, if I write used underscore number, something happened but I am not displaying anything. And what has happened? Basically this 25 is being assigned to this variable. 12 is being assigned to this variable. Now again, if I say process the information, so if I press shift enter, again some processing happened, what I don't know, right? Because it is, we are not giving some output, that's why it is happening at the back. Now when I display the output, I'll come to know ki what is actually being processed in the previous lines. and you see it is processing it line wise. If I write the command, each and every individual command in different line, it will be going to execute separately, and if we write it together, then also it process it line wise, and this is the output. And if I want to see what is in stock hand, what I can do, I can write over here stock underscore in underscore hand. If I write in this way, it is showing me that it is having 25 as an assigned value to it. If I write over here used underscore no, it will show me 12 is the value which has been assigned to used underscore no. So what you have to understand, you know everything because you are a pharmaceutical person, you know, you are a professor, you are teaching from so long, and your algorithm is very good, right? You know the logic which is working behind. You have to convert that only in the term of input process output, and you have to write down your own algorithm. Your variable name should be very much meaningful. You should know that how to write down the convert that algorithm into the language, that is a Python language, which we'll be learning soon, one after another. Once you are over with this, you have to save this workbook. You can save this notebook as this also, save notebook or save notebook as. So we are saving under this folder. This is the folder name, and the name of a file you have to give. You can give the name of a file as first prog, because just a simple program you did, and save it. The notebook will be going to get saved. So this notebook, now the name of a notebook is first program. If you want to just delete this cell, you have to say escape dd. This cell will be going to get deleted, right? Shift enter to execute the cell. You can take the cell values from one place to another also. And one option I want to tell you here, if you say escape M, now you are in the markdown. Here you can write down your program objective also, right? As a write a program to know total weightage of the tablet. To know the total weightage of the tablet, right? Write a program. So what is this? When I do shift enter, this is actually a markdown cell wherein I can write down my own notes also, right? I can write down, I can give some instructions and all also. So this Jupyter notebook consists of markdown and cell. How we move, where it is mentioned, if you see over here, so it is mentioned here also. Code means you are in the cell where you can write down the code, and always line number appears over here. Markdown means you can write down some information related to the code over here as your notes, right? So you to move, what is the shortcut to go to markdown? Escape then M, to go to code escape C, right? So with this you can write down more programs. So just come with downloaded Anaconda today.